Well, Hong Kong media tycoon Jimmy Lai and 8 other opposition activists have been convicted of unauthorised assembly in the 2019 protests. They will be sentenced on April 16th. The charges carry a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. Our Will Ripley is in Hong Kong with details. He joins us now. Good to see you, Will. So what more are you learning about the convictions, the possible sentences, and how much of this is about making an example of these activists?
This is 100%, Rosemary, about making an example of these activists, because even though they are not charged in this particular case under the national security law, Jimmy Lai, even though he's been granted bail in this case, will stay behind bars as he has for months now, because on NSL charges, people are not automatically allowed to leave. And so for participating in a march at Victoria Park, I remember it was so packed inside the park that day. There was no cell service. It was muggy. It was raining. And then everybody walked out of the park and they marched through the city, and they had this momentum and this feeling that they were going to accomplish something. But today, it's ending right here. Just a couple of dozen reporters, no protesters, and a city changed forever.
A father figure for a so-called leaderless movement. Jimmy Lai, mega-wealthy media mogul, revered by Hong Kong's youthful pro-democracy protesters. Targeted by Beijing's draconian national security law devised to silence them.
Do you feel that some aspects of the pro-democracy movement have pushed China too far and lost?
It's always the right thing to do is to fight for your freedom, because without freedom, we have nothing.
Last year, the publisher of the Apple Daily was frog-marched out of his own newsroom. The Cantonese pro-democracy publication turned over by 200 Hong Kong police.
A lot of people are being intimidated. I think the law's intimidating effect is very effective.
The catch-all national security law bans sedition, as well as collusion with foreign powers, a charge often leveled against Lai. Violators can face life in prison. And as the imposition of the law led to mass arrests and the gutting of Hong Kong's legislature,
what's the point of taking part in any more legislative council elections?
The maverick media mogul publicly appealed to the U.S. for support. Before that, his ties to the U.S. won him a Washington meet and greet with the Trump administration.
They see the logic. They see the righteousness in it. And that's why we have such a great support from the international community.
Lai has always acted with a sense of righteousness. Once a refugee from communist China, he's courted controversy as a tabloid owner. Always a thorn in Beijing's side, his lengthy rap sheet a badge of honor.
When there's democracy in Hong Kong, I will give up.
Jimmy Lai is still playing the long game.
You want the movement to continue, but at what cost to the young people who are not you, who don't have what you have?
We have to believe that we are on the right side of the history. Given enough time, we will win. Time is our weapon, not violence.
Time, many here worry, is running out.
Lai and 6 others all found guilty as they await their sentencing. Some of them have been granted bail. There are other notable defendants here. Hong Kong's father of democracy, Martin Lee, ex-lawmaker Albert Ho. Some of them will be walking through these doors in front of the cameras, but not Jimmy Lai. At 72 years old, he was denied bail in this national security law case, and he still has, in addition to that trial, 2 more trials inside this courtroom for other unauthorized assemblies that he is accused of leading in the summer of 2019. Rosemary, he's 72 years old. This charge alone carries a maximum 5 years in prison. When I spoke with Jimmy Lai last year after his arrest, I asked him about the very real possibility that these charges could keep him in prison, away from his media empire, from his homes, from his family. They could keep him in prison for the rest of his life. And he said he's at peace with that because he believed in what he was fighting for here in Hong Kong, even if it appears, at least at this stage, they lost the war.
It is a very troubling situation. That it's come to this is extraordinary. Will Ripley joining us from Hong Kong. Many thanks.